Oh, we forgot the color. Oh, wow. Suppose we should do that real quick. This part first. Skin color. This is probably actually better done with a mouse and keyboard. Body color. Sorry, what? Why not? Where are you gonna be? You lazy bum. Alright. Why, right? Alright, there we go. Alright. No, she should be there tomorrow, I think. Hang on. She should be there. Yeah, she should be there tomorrow. Be the 9th that she's not coming. Alright. Maybe we can switch this one to white. No, that should be red. Okay. Good. Not a color. Heck. Alright. No. Why? Yeah, she should definitely be there tomorrow. Yeah, well, that's your problem. Well, because I'm starting next week, I'm doing a morning summer camp thing with the kids, so I won't be able to stream in the mornings, and then won't be able to do that until like maybe the last week of August. So by then, I'll be done with New Game Plus Plus. So probably be moving on to something else. So, all right, let's see. What colors do we want for this? Trying to decide. Let's see. Actually, main, we could probably go with and the subcolor. I know, right? Making me make money. Jerks. The other one in chat is one of them. Could be Howard, I believe. You will see me tomorrow. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Alright. Good morning. Alright. There we go. Sub. Inner. Put that one the blue. Nah, just make it white. Alright. Well, it can be yellow. Alright, hanger module. I think we'll keep the inner with white. Sub could be also white. This one can be blue. No. What else can we... No, that's terrible. No, that one can, that sub can be. I'm certainly hoping so. I am most definitely hoping that this game gets a sequel or something similar, spiritual successor. Or other people decide that they want to do the same thing. Yeah. I'm really hoping so. Alright. Oh, wait. Maybe we should go with like a brown. That's not a good brown. Not too bad. Alright, we'll stick with that. We'll save that color. Alright. Thruster module. Thruster, I'm thinking should be blue. Sub should be red. No. Inner should be... Sub should be white. And good enough. Low yellow. Utility module. Now this one could be this brown color. It looks like a book bag. Sub. Sub could either be also that color, although maybe make it a little bit lighter. There we go. Inner. We'll go with white. Alright, low yellow. Yeah. Yeah, I think once I'm done with the New Game Plus Plus, I don't think I'm gonna upgrade everything. Just because that would take a lot of grinding just for all the money. Materials are easy enough. Alright, I think that's good enough. We can save that. Okay. Oh, yes. And we cut us save. Okay. Alright, there we go. And back. It's not the best color scheme, but it gets the job done. Okay, now back to controller. Goes. Maybe I'll change the skin tone at some point too. Transfer. Where were we? Wait, no. Simulation zone. Hidden domain. Oh yeah, we finished that. Okay, so we need to go to the second zone. Yeah, I really hope it gets a sequel or DLC. I would come back for both of those. Actually, if yeah, if that worked out, if the timing worked out, and you know we get a DLC at the end of summer, I would definitely come back and do it, stream it again. Yeah. No, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody, yeah. I just don't think I would do it. But yeah, I can see why somebody would want to do it, because it's like, okay, you know, I give myself a challenge, something to do. Right. Oh no, controller disconnected to the right second. Okay, so this is supposed to have good piercing, right? Oh yeah, it does hit through there. Okay, I see. Yeah. Why didn't that kill you? Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, especially if you're like a small developer, you don't need to make like a whole ton of money. Like if you're a big AAA or something, you know, you got 500 people on your staff and... Oh, shoot. Okay, there we go. So, you know, you need to make that money. or else you go bankrupt. But with a small studio, you know, you just need to be able to pay everybody there however much a year. Honestly, though, I do not know how Hello Games does it, because they do not charge for any updates. They must have just, I don't know how they do it, but credit to them. This guy's gonna give me some trouble. Okay, I'm gonna have to just avoid these fire guys because they're just too much. Just an ammo sink. I'm gonna avoid this one then. Thank God I can jump over that. Okay, just come up here. No! Hello again. But yeah, I really hope, because I mean these guys, they used to do like what, graphic novels, right? So I'm really hoping that they make enough with this where they're like, oh hey, you know, like this is viable, and not, well, we should just go back to doing graphic novels. Has no piercing power. That has... Okay, we need to get around this. Where'd he go? Oh, no. I completely agree. Yeah, a AAA space is sorely lacking. What was it? Aggro Crab? Like, I really like Aggro Crab. I played, Going Under and absolutely loved it. And then they announced that they were making another Crab's Treasure, which I have, but I haven't played it yet. Yeah, this one's kind of a weird marriage of that. But yeah, because what was it? Aggro Crab was doing... They did Going Under, and I really loved that. And then they did another Crab's Treasure. And they were working on a third project. And the third project was going to be Going Under 2, which they didn't... I guess they had money from somebody coming in. And then that person... Or I shouldn't say person, that group or company or whatever, the backer, wanted the game to be one thing, and they were like, well, we were wanting it to be this other thing, and there was some disagreements, so they, I guess the backer pulled out, and then they, and then the backer pulled out, and then they had to get a new backer, and then there's something weird going on there. Come on, reload. And then, so they eventually had to scrap it, because they didn't have any money. And so they were like, well, we don't have any money, what are we going to do? And so then they created Peak, because they were just like having like I guess an in-group kind of like brainstorm. Somebody was like, hey, well, if we just do this? And it's just super simple. So it didn't take them long, it didn't take them a lot of money. Yeah. True, but they would have to sell so many copies. I'm wondering how many copies they've sold at this point. But yeah, so they made Peak, and they made it super cheap, and they made it super fast. And then, and because they did it, and because they did that, you know, not a complex game, it ended up making way more money than it took them to make. And so then they're like, okay, so this game can actually fund our next game. Which is really cool. Alright, can I reach that? Let's find out. Yep. But yeah, I don't. You kind of got to get lucky too, because I mean, like with Peak, they just kind of got lucky. I don't know how much. I'm sure Doll's Nest probably cost a bit more to make, because Peak is like randomly generated and whatnot. You don't have to like build levels or whatever. So I'm sure it was a little simpler to make, and probably took a lot less time. Whereas Doll's Nest probably took a bit more. Peak probably actually sold better. But yeah, this game does deserve more attention. Whoa! Alright. Can I get out of here? Nope. Gotta go down. Alright, gotta go all the way around again. Let's see, it should be... Yep, over there. That was not a good jump. Over... Oh no, he's right there. Oh yeah. No, for sure. Not everything has to be this huge AAA title. I don't know what that is, but I want it. I already have it, but I want it. Yeah. No, that's always been my philosophy. Oh, that thing. Okay. That's always been my philosophy. Even like when we're doing YouTube videos and stuff like that. Brian will say, you know, we should look at the trends. We should see what's trending. We should try to follow that. But I've always been of the mindset that, you know, make something that you yourself would want to watch. And sometimes it works, you know, and you get people watching it, and other times it doesn't. Nobody watches it. You get like 100 views, 200 views. But I have more fun making it. Oh yeah. Pretty much. Also with the cheat... Oh, no! Dang it. I'm right back here again. The irony! Alright, there we go. Get back up there. The other thing about short, small games like that, too, is you can test mechanics, and you can be like, okay, I'm just going to build a game around this one mechanic, and then test it out, and then later on you're like, okay, that worked, or no, that didn't work, and then you can kind of fully flesh it out and combine it with other mechanics in a larger game. Like, Peak has all that climbing stuff, and I mean, that's similar to Breath of the Wild, but you could kind of see, like, or you could kind of imagine somebody being like, okay, let's take a game like Peak, and we're going to take the world exploration of Peak, and then we're going to combine that with the kind of the upgrade system of Going Under, and then combine that with the combat of Another Crab's Treasure, and oh my god, we got a great game, right? No, I agree. I mean, it might work sometimes, but oh, hi. But yeah, I don't know. It always puts a bad taste in my mouth. There we go. Gonna ignore you. Go down here. Where I need to be. Ah! I was not prepared for that. I forgot there were 2 dudes down here. Okay. Alright, and that's where we get back where the fire guy is, right? I think so. Yeah, okay. So that's how we get back. And... oops! Well, that didn't end well. No! If only I could adjust the camera. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about gatekeeping, but yeah, I kind of agree. I would say I agree, just not with the word gatekeeping, because it does have a kind of an elitist connotation to it. Oh no. I mean, that's kind of what Monster Hunter's going through right now, right? For the latest ones, not doing great. I should probably not be an idiot, you know. All right. Come on, 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 come on. Yeah, it's always rough, because, like... it's not the right weapon for the job. Woo! I can't use my normal rush tactic. Oh yeah, but I mean at the same time, look at Armor Core 6, right? Most popular Armor Core. It completely went in a different direction from the other ones. Much to my chagrin. I was not happy with that decision. Okay, come on, shoot. Is he gonna shoot? Or is he not gonna shoot? Wait, till I come out. Okay, there he goes. Which, thank God for Dullness, because that does scratch the old school itch. Even if it's not mission-based. Go. I love Armored Core 6 as a game. I don't like it as an Armored Core. Yeah, I like Armored Core 6 as a game. I don't like it as an Armored Core. Ah, no, is that the flare one? Flare one. I went to say fire one, and then I said flame one. Die. Yeah, I definitely prefer the older ones. My personal favorite were the PS2 era, or the original in the PS2 era. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can get you. No! There we go. Got his ammo. But yeah, see, that's the thing too, is like, because Armored Core 6 kind of went more that Dark Soul route, it brings in more people into Armored Core. Which is cool, because then some people might go out and check out the new Armored... might be like, hey, I want to check out the older Armored Cores now. I have faith in you. There it goes. It just ate through my ammo. Oh, but at least he's gone. Now we want to go back there, but we can't yet, so... Oh, okay. That's weird. Yeah, the original PlayStation, but not the PlayStation 2. When you say we never had that, you mean like it wasn't available in your country, or you mean like your family just never had it? PlayStation 2 era Armored Core was basically just PlayStation 1 era Armored Core, but... Oh, well, I was gonna get the ammo from him, but thanks. Come on, shoot. There we go. He's too close to the edge. Come on. I don't think I can get behind him. I can't. Okay. Yeah, Armored Core, PS2 era Armored Core was Armored Core 2, 3, Nexus, I think Last Raven. Was Ninebreaker on PS2? I don't remember. But the PS2 era Armored Cores were basically identical to the original era of Armored Cores. Well, then all you have to do is duct tape those together, and then you get a PS2, right? That's the logic. But yeah, so the only difference was they added a few things, like they added orbital weapons. Okay, just sell me stuff. There we go. All right. I'll take all of these. Oh no, wait. Carrying, that's how many she has. Wait, what? Right, no, carrying's how many I have. Oh, okay. Carrying is how many I can carry at a time. Item boxes. Okay, I'm a little bit confused here. Oh, it's over here, the 5. Okay, I was like, where is the thing that tells me how many she has? It's underneath the item itself. There we go. A lot. No, that was the thing, is the I would say Armored Core 2 is better than the original Armored Core. The Armored Cores 2 and 3 are better than the original Armored Cores in every respect. Yeah. No, I would say the original the PS2 era Armored Cores are better than the original Armored Cores in every way except level design. I think level design was better in the first Armored Core, in the original trilogy. But, and then also in Armored Core 2 and 3, the best levels were usually ripped directly from the first game, or the first few games. Okay. Free resupply. Like in the first game, you had the part where you're supposed to defend like an oil depot, and there's like a train coming in. Did I miss something? I must have missed something. I don't think I got the red key. You're supposed to defend an oil depot, and oh yeah? Does it? That's a possibility. Is it better now? Was I sitting too far away, maybe? Oh, is he? Hang on, let me check my audio here then. Oh, okay. I think I was just sitting too far away, and then they're doing construction next door. So I think the two sounds are combining, because it's a condenser mic, so it'll filter out the background sounds, but if I'm too far away from the mic, then it'll realize, they'll think everything's part of it supposed to be there. I don't remember. How did don't have the key yet. But yeah, they added the... Oh, no, 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 no. Dang it. Ugh. That... So what happened there was my controller cut out, but she still was drifting to a halt, and she slid right over the edge. If my controller hadn't cut out, I would have been fine. Alright, wait. But, yeah, they added orbital weapons. The only thing that I didn't like about Armored Core... I don't remember if it was 2 or 3. They added they added the pile bunker, which was a great weapon, but it took ammo like it does in here. Disconnected again. So that was an issue. But then the other thing was they added heat. I don't know why. Fast and Furious, they do it all the time. This game is all about family. Now I don't remember where I was supposed to go. Dang it, it just keeps disconnecting. Lost my voice there for a second. Nope, skip you. Don't tempt me. Too late, you've tempted me. Is there a bald head? I think so, right? We're right next to the tree. This is your fault. Okay. Oh wait, there is no... Ah, there's no ball. Star Siege was so good. I'm kind of surprised about that there's no bald head. Star Siege was so good. I played Mech Warrior and Earth Siege. And Armored Core, of course. Actually, Armored Core was probably my first one. They had a demo disc. Okay, totally forgot. Oh, yeah, Mech Warrior is great. Although, yeah, I always preferred Armored Core. I preferred the faster mechs over the slower ones, the slower heavy tank ones. But yeah, no, Mech Warrior was great. Ah, that's a good one to grow up with. Ah, right, okay. Here we go. Here's where I need to think it. There we go. Found it. There we go. Yeah, we've got a demo disc that came with the PlayStation and had Armored Core on it. The original one, it had oh wait, oh, this is a shortcut. Okay. I never got into AC4 because, yeah, I felt it was like too focused on the speed, and actually that wasn't really the huge issue for me. The bigger issue for me was the yeah, for me, what really did it for Armored Core 4 was just the level design was super boring. Hey, Hattie. I'm fine. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Alright. Was that the only thing out there? No. Where's the only thing over here, right? There we go. No, that's where we just came from. Yeah, the only thing I really didn't like about Armored Core 2, other than the fact that the level design wasn't as good as the original, was they added heat. And so what would happen is your AC would overheat, and if it would just continuously take damage until your cooling brought you down below a certain heat threshold. It was nuts. Because you would just be, like, it would just eat you. Ah. Yeah, I've always, I don't know, I have a hard time with tank builds. Like, it's just, as you can probably tell, I tend to build glass cannons. Alright, so... what up here? Or is it over here? Did I miss it? Is there... no. No, not there. There we go. There's a tree. Where am I supposed to go? I totally forgot. Huh. I don't remember any of the specific mech warriors, to be honest with you. Yeah, I usually either go... usually I'm the sniper build. So I'll go glass cannon, don't need too much defense, but... here, melee worked. Okay, I remember the Atlas. I don't remember their names off the top of my head, but when you say Atlas, yeah, I remember with the big, like, that's the one with, like, the big B-52 looking... cockpit, right? Hmm. Where's this key? That's the Mad Cat. Okay. Atlas is like the big boxy one. It's like with the really wide shoulders, right? Okay. Down the path. Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, I never had a MechWarrior game myself. I always played it at a friend's house. Dang it, stop disconnecting. Connect. There we go. Down the path. Oh, this path? Oh. Now I feel like an idiot. This was right there the whole time. I just kept running right past it. Alright. Navigate this. I can't get up there. This is not a good place for me to be right now. This is not a great build for this situation. I have to go back. Oh wait, no, I just do it this way. Hang on. Nope, that wasn't the one I wanted. Actually, I should use these things here. Alright. Supplies. Alright, I should switch off of that though, because I will accidentally try to heal myself and return to base. Guaranteed. Dang it! Come on, connect! Alright, there we go. I don't know why this thing keeps disconnecting today. Yeah, I played a lot of Earth Siege, probably more than MechWarrior, because like I played MechWarrior at my friend's house and really enjoyed it. And then I remember we were at my grandparents' one time, and when we were little, every time we went to visit my grandparents, my granddad would take us to this place called Tom's Toys, and we could buy like one toy. So we would save up our money all year, and then we would go to our, Tom's Toys with Grandpa and pick one toy. Usually I'd get like a Lego set or something. But I remember one year I saw Earth Siege 2, and I was like, I looked at the box and I was like, this looks really cool. So I picked that one up. And then another year I remember I saw Cyberbikes. So I saved up money and got that. That's how I got the original Grandia game for the PlayStation. Lots of good memories. Alright, and then... Shoot. No, it doesn't do the damage I want it to! No! Come on! Oh, God. Hey, Borg. Let me just heal up. Yeah, Melee spoiled me because I'll run into a situation and I'm expecting things to die, and they're not. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Here, take items. Okay, take number 9, too. Oh, I gotta go reset. I'll be back. This is another thing that this game could definitely improve on, is like not making you reset the world to continue a conversation. If the character moves, fine, get it. But if the character's sitting still... There we go. All right, going back. Back. Not where I wanted to go. Armored Core 2 actually had a really interesting thing too. If you've only played Armored Core 6, you probably don't realize this, but the old Armored Cores had a mini-map and you had radar. And some heads had built-in radar, but it would ping really slow. Okay, so she's moved on. That's the way back out. So, did I? No, it's gonna be up there. Okay. Ah! Probably. I'm thinking. Oh no, I can't get back up that way. Dang it! I could go the other way. I can't jump up that high. I'm thinking probably what it is they hadn't really thought about it, and then they got into programming it, and then they got it to a certain point, and they were like, oh, we could probably find a way around to do that, but, so they just didn't. So I think it was just an oversight in pre-planning, and then it was too much work in production. Alright, so I gotta go the long way, because I can't jump. But Armored Core 2 was interesting because they added organic units. The only game, Armored Core game, that I think that has organic enemies. And the thing is your head part had to have a had to be able to track organic units in order to lock onto them. Otherwise, it was entirely manual aim. So that was interesting. Okay, now let's check this a safe way. There's a guy around the corner here. Yep, okay, there he is. There we go, got him. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah, that was the thing that really got me in Armored Core 6 when they were like, oh no, we're not going to have any rear radar units. And I was like, what? How is this Armored Core? Like, that is... Like, every single starting AC in every other game had one. It was like kind of the default that, yeah. So I was really shocked when they didn't include it. Okay, can I even target him from the ground? I can. Alright, he's just a waste of ammo. I don't think this one will be a good thing. Is there another guy over there I should take care of? Yeah, I think so. Take care of him. I just realized that my rear weapons cannot aim up. Like, they're still aiming forward, but the beam is shooting straight up out of it. Yeah, the original Armored Core, that was the thing too, is they would determine your range and it would determine your ping. Yeah. Yeah, if you had the head with like with a basic radar, it was like it was almost like a sonar ping. Like it'd be really slow and it would just be like, you know, like the pop up where the guy was. but then it would sit there for a while, and then it would update later. So you needed to have the radar unit to keep like a fairly active bead on him. Ow. Who was that? Something shot me from behind. You. Where are these coming from? Oh. That, it wasn't you who shot me, it was him. Okay. I gotta get over you, though. Die, little fire thing. There we go. Let's take care of it. Yeah, but with the back radar, it would have like different ranges, and it would have different ping times, and they were always better than the head. Yeah, in Armored Core 2, certain heads could target organic units, and certain heads couldn't. Also, Armored Core 2, I think, was the first time... What was Armored Core 2? Might have still been... That didn't work out. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna run out of ammo with this guy. Yeah. Yeah, the FCS being effectively meaningless and the lack of radar in Armored Core 6 for me is what really killed it. Well, that and the stagger system. I felt like it was... I thought it was an interesting system, but I felt like it was too reliant on it. It was just... Like, you didn't have as many smaller enemies, like... He had a few, but it was way more boss heavy. Oh no, this is not good. There we go. Okay, we're out. Alright, now I need to... Ammo. I will use a high rate one, I suppose. Alright. Although a medium one would have probably been fine. Okay, now this annoying little jerk here. Hmm? I fired it too early. Yeah. I liked Armored Core 5. I thought it was pretty good. I liked the way that they kind of slowed it down and made it a little bit heavier. Wasn't a fan of the not flying, but overall, I was happier with Armored Core 5 than I was with Armored Core 4. I thought Armored Core 5 was a step back in the right direction. Dang it. Ah, shoot. The narrow thing. Okay. And now we're gonna be shoot. She's gonna be shooting me a shoot. Oh, I shot him in one shot and killed him. Okay, great. Alright. That's the thing I need, right? Oh, please tell me I can jump up there. Oh, come on. Okay, let's try it over here. This may be an oversight. Oh no, I don't think I can land on this. Oh, I can. Great, fantastic. I was about to say, if you have a thing that is absolutely necessary... That wasn't what I needed, never mind. Is this it? Oh, okay. I can never pay attention to these things. Okay, good. So, back to the boss then. Whee! Alright. Yeah, AC6... not AC6. AC5 level design was not great. I personally feel that Armor Core 1 and then Project Phantasma and Masters of the Region, the original trilogy, I personally feel the original trilogy had the best level design. I don't feel like they've ever had as good level design. Armor Core 6's level design is actually okay. But it's not quite at that level. But I will say I did think that it was pretty cool in the way that they actually would reuse levels a lot, but they would have you attack the level from a different angle. So a lot of times you might think it's a different level, but it's actually the same level. It's just you're, you know, going from point C to point A instead of point A to point B. Alright, now, breaking off these plates is not going to be easy, I don't think. So, I think we're going to have to get in the little corners here. That's probably not the best weapon for this. Knock that one off. I can just stand back here. There you go. Now I can just shoot you. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nope. The other side. Mines. They called it a mine. Oh, really? I didn't realize they couldn't reach the outer ring. That's funny. The first time I fought him, I was always standing behind him, and I was just shooting like at one of these two. But that was it. Uh-oh. No, disconnect. Oh, no. There we go. Uh-oh. Here we go. Ooh, oh, this doesn't work. Where is he? I'm on the wrong side. Okay. I can target that rocket. Nope. 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 Got it. There we go. Got him with a shotgun. This is the easiest boss in the game, I think. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, the big missile is super easy to avoid. And you can just shoot it down. Usually I just stand behind a pillar, though. The arboreal nest. Time to get yourself turned around a billion times. Ow. Okay, here we go. Load. It is the biggest. It is the biggest challenge. That is true. I was thinking about going back and just being like, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna go back and do a mouse and keyboard run. But the turning. Ah, it's so hard to do. Actually, let's run mouse and keyboard for a little bit. Ah. There we go. There we go. Okay. Nope, that was the wrong button. Where's the reload button? Is it R? It's R. Yeah, this is so hard for me to control. The jumping and shooting. The flying part. This part is easier. The aerial combat is so much easier with mouse and keyboard. I will grant you that. But, ah! But the turning throws me off. Because it just feels like your sensitivity is constantly shifting. Can I not jump up there? I was like, I can jump up there for sure. Oh, no. No, I'm not gonna do it. I think I'm gonna switch back because I am very disoriented right now. But yeah. Nope. Nope. We're switching back to control. With the flight, it's definitely better with a mouse and keyboard, 100%. But everything else, I can do so much better with this. Oh, come on. That last hit. All that damage and then the last hit didn't hit him in the sweet spot. Run behind him. Okay. I like that. Tactical high schooler, yeah. We don't really need you. There she is. Alright. Okay, so now she's gonna move somewhere. But I don't know where. We're just gonna have to wait. And we'll just get Miss Assassin's stuff on a different run, I guess. Or never. Got it. I'm running so low on life. Tree should be around here soon. Oh wait, the tree was back there. Duh. She was standing next to the tree. Hello, tree. You can get pretty accurate with controller once you get used to it. Like I could do a mouse and keyboard run. It would just take me a while to get used to it. But yeah, the reason I switched to the mouse and keyboard. The reason I switched to controller to mouse and keyboard originally was 100% because the turn speed. Because, you know, like the little things, there's no buffering. But if you go like all the way left, you can see like the red lines, right? You know, because it like limits your turn speed, so you can kind of aim pretty quick, but you can't turn pretty quick. And I don't know, because so it feels like it's turning down your mouse sensitivity, and that just shift. Oh, that constant shift was throwing me off. I couldn't really do it. Oh yeah. Oh no, yeah. So that's why, like an Armored Core game, I think 100%. You don't need the precision of a mouse and keyboard. So yeah, mouse and keyboard is far more precise, but you don't need it when you've got like a big lock-on thing. Most games will use some sort of aim assist, but you don't need it in a game like this. Plus, I primarily play on console, so I'm used to the controller, so my fingers know where to go. Whereas mouses and keyboards, sometimes they're kind of searching for it. They're like, oh, where's the F? In the moment. Like typing, I'm fine, but then yeah, playing a game, I don't know, it feels different. Yeah. 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 Yeah, for me, like, in playing games, I don't know, like, if I'm typing, I'm fine, but then you give me a game and I have to hit, like, the number keys, it sounds weird. The other thing about using a controller that a lot of people I don't think realize when they are playing primarily mouse and keyboard is that you are aiming with the left stick, or you're aiming with the right stick, but you're actually kind of aiming with the left too. So what you're doing is you're fine-tuning it. Like for instance, if I'm trying to aim at him and I'm like here and I can't aim at him, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the left stick, so I'm going to line it up. So you're actually lining it up with the two sticks at the same time. Which also makes it that I'm moving while I'm shooting, while I'm aiming. So movement is part of my aim. Which keeps you slightly more mobile. Because I think a lot of times people who primarily only play on mouse and keyboard, if you give them a controller, they're going to try to just aim with the right stick. They're not going to try to aim with the... They're not going to adjust with the left stick. And the other thing now is they have, what do they call it? But, is it like D6 or something like that? Texas. A lot of games, newer games, especially on PlayStation, I don't know if Xbox does this or not, I would assume they do. But they have the aiming is also adjustable by, because they have the gyros inside the controller. So what you can do is you can aim big aiming with the analog sticks, and then the small aiming. Yeah. Yeah, so they have the thing where you can do kind of your broader aiming with the so it'd be like I would be doing the big aiming with the analog stick, and then I'd be doing small aiming with the holding the controller. Yeah. No, mouse and keyboard is 100% more intuitive. You give somebody who's never played a game before and a shooter, you give them a mouse and keyboard, you give them a controller, they're going to do better with the mouse and keyboard. It's far more intuitive. But after playing both, I personally feel the controller is a little more comfortable. Simply because a controller is by design built to be held with your hands. So all the buttons are supposed to be where fingers are supposed to be. Whereas if I'm playing like this, sometimes like my pinky hitting the shift key, it feels kind of cramped. So the keys are built slightly, I guess, less ergonomically. Oh my god, I forgot what he did. There's trade-offs too. Like when I'm playing, when you're flying, you know, because spacebar is the flight, so I can still aim, and I can hold down my thumb on the jump, and then I can control with my, you know, my four fingers, and then I control the aim with the thing. So when flying, mouse and keyboard all the way. But I feel like when it actually comes to firing the shoulder weapons, I feel like the controller has the advantage, because if you're using your four fingers for WASD and you're using for Q and E for the rear weapons, then you know it's harder to fire your rear weapons and be moving at the same time. Whereas here, your movement is all on your mouse, and then the shoulder weapons are on the things. Yeah. Oh yeah, well Armor Core 6 did the hard lock, which I have mixed feelings on. It did work, I won't deny that. But it didn't feel very Armored Core. It's kind of like Ghost of Tsushima. These fire guys always have so much fire. Oh my god, he barely took a break. There it goes. But because in Ghost of Tsushima they didn't have a lock on, and they said we don't. This you know, a lot of people were saying, oh, this game needs a lock on. This game needs a lock on. Because in the boss fights they would put you in that kind of they would do that, but. Yeah, I had mixed feelings on it. It was good because, again, for the same reason here, aerial combat, if you're jumping and you're trying to look at the same time, it's hard. But with the lock-on, you could jump and you could do aerial combat way easier because you didn't have to worry about aiming with the right analog stick. So for that, I thought it was great. But for, in general, I would not use it except on the big boss fights. But yeah, going back to what we were talking about earlier with, come on, dude, just die and give me ammo. Thank you. With gatekeeping, like, we hadn't had an Armored Core since the PS3 era. No, it's not. Yeah. The terminal armor was similar to... There was something like that in one of the old Armored Cores. Remember? I think it was a utility you could get. Maybe it was Armored Core 3. Something. But yeah, I don't think you could activate it at will. Alright, and now we got you. She's gonna kill you. There's nothing we can do about it. I already have all your stuff. I didn't realize that these guns were physical weapons. I thought that these were lasers, kind of like the Danzleaf. But now that I realize that those are physical weapons, I'm kind of tempted to switch 𝙎𝙪𝙥𝙦 to those. Hi. That means you killed the other girl already. Oh, wait. But yeah, like, as I was saying, with the older armor cores, like, we hadn't had an armor core since AC5. And FromSoft didn't seem to be wanting to do any kind of armor core for a long time. It's exactly what it was. No, the Miyazaki, the guy, he started with, I think, Armor Core 2. I think that was his first game. It was like Armor Core 2 or something. It was one of the early. It wasn't the first one. He didn't start with the original Armor Cores, but I think he started on maybe Armor Core 2 or maybe Armor Core 2 Another Age. But I think he started with the PS2 era Armor Cores. Oh no, wait, maybe he was Armor Core 4. Oh no. I think he started, if I remember correctly, he started with the earlier Armor Cores, but Armor Core 4 was the first one where he was like a director, or like a high, like he actually had like a more of a control over it, was Armor Core 4. But I think he worked on some of the older ones. But yeah, like for example, like what you just said, right? Like we hadn't had an Armor Core in forever, and now From Software has this reputation for the kinds of games that they made. If they had made Armor Core like a traditional Armor Core, I have a feeling that older Armor Core fans would have absolutely loved it, and it would have had a very relatively good reputation. But I also think that a lot of the newer people who came in with Dark Souls would have been like, oh, this game is terrible, hated it, and so it would have a cult following, but it wouldn't have a major following, and then financially, FromSoft would be like, yeah, like, this is why we hadn't made an Armor Core in forever. Am I sparking? Oh no, I'm on fire. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. What does fire even do? I don't know. So I feel like in a way, like, with Armor Core 6, we get more Armor Core. But had they gone more like the older Armor Core, it would have just been benched again for another 2 generations. Again. I still don't know what fire does. I understand the other status effects. I would think that fire would just continue. Oh, it just does a huge chunk of damage. Oh, okay. Well, now I understand how fire works. Man, I really wish. I would love to get a remastered Armor Core collection. Yeah, if they re-released, I would love to get the PS1 and 2 era Armored Cores in a single collection. Because I mean, there's only the 3 original PlayStation, because they're a trilogy. But yeah, I would love that so much. And I would say that that doesn't seem like something FromSoft would do, but they did do the Demon's Souls remake, so, I mean, I wouldn't say it's completely out of the realm of possibility. Granted, they weren't the ones that did it. It was, what, Bluepoint, I think? Yeah, exactly, that's the thing. Yeah. No, yeah, that's exactly how I feel. I'm like, I like Armored Core 6 as a game. I don't like it as an Armored Core, but I understand that we kind of need it. Because I think also, too, I think one of the advantages of that is, and I mean, this is completely unrelated because the reason that they made Doll's Nest was because we hadn't had a game since Armored Core 5, and they'd already started development by the time Armored Core 6 was announced. Oh god! This is not the place to be. But, my hope would be you get Armored Core 6 and people are like, oh, Armored Core 6 is cool. And then they either reminds people who played the old ones, or people go back and they play the old ones and they're like, oh, these are really cool, you know, but Armored Core 6 isn't like this, and, you know, we want something that's more like that older experience. And then you get kind of like an indie crowd for it. That would be my guess. That would be my... Kinda, yeah. That's the thing is, like, I played the original Armored Cores, and they never felt hard to me. They never felt like super difficult, so I never associated with them with that. And then when FromSoft started doing like Dark Souls, and I was like, oh, they're super hard, and people are saying like, oh yeah, Armored Cores were always difficult, and you had to replay your builds and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. I didn't have that feeling playing the old ones. That was never my impression. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe they were, but just because nobody talked about it back then, I didn't notice. Please don't be fire. Oh no, he's grenades! Does he go into a cooldown? I don't remember. Or is this like a cooldown between each volley? Whee! Oh, he definitely has a cooldown. We missed it. Come on. Hi. Hi. Come on. There we go. Oh my god! Alright, well he's just an ammo hog, so he's just a bullet sponge, so we're gonna ignore him. They don't drop anything in this game anyway. Very rarely. Occasionally. Very rarely. Okay, now to find my way back. Oh wait, was there more to this? There's gotta be more back here. I must be missing something. That wasn't the whole red area, was it? No, because the red area should be after the second boss, so that was like a smaller one. Yeah! Yeah, like, Battletoads. Battletoads was so hard. But that was the thing too, like, when I first heard about Dark Souls. When I first heard about it, and people were like, oh, this game is so hard, this game is so hard, this game is so hard. And then, like, I was like, okay, it's difficult. And then somebody was once explaining to me the loop, and they're like, okay, so you fight, and then you make progress, and you get past it, and then if you die, you get... if you die, you have to go back and collect all your... like your experience, because if you lose your experience, if you die, you lose the experience. But you can get it back if you can get back to where you last died. And that's what makes it hard, is because you're gonna die a lot. And I remember thinking like, okay, but in older games like Battletoads, or like even like a Final Fantasy, like you play a bit and then you die, and then you go back, or like Resident Evil, you play a bit, you die, and then you go back to your save spot. And in here, you play a bit, you die, and then you go back to the save spot. But if you can get back to where you were, you get to keep your experience. And in older games, you didn't. How is this a new thing? Like, this just feels like the way games have always been. This doesn't seem like a new, innovative thing. Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't, like, the way people were playing it up. Oh, I got something. Obtained all versatile resources. Huh. I don't know how I never got that one before, but okay, cool. But yeah, I was kind of like, have you guys played games before? Because that sounds like a normal gameplay loop. Yeah. Yeah, I just remember thinking when I first heard, like, when people were describing it to me, and I was like, this just sounds like a standard game. Like, this doesn't sound anything innovative. But yeah. But yeah, like Sekiro's not the first game to use a parry mechanic. But it is polished, I'll give him that. I think now it's mostly... Yeah, that's the thing, is like, I feel like what FromSoft should be known for is polish, but they seem to be associated with innovation. But it's like, they aren't really innovative. They're just taking, like, something that worked and then being like, okay, I'm really gonna buckle down and make this really great. Go down, go down, go down! Okay, good. Alright. I really should be using my utility more. That's true. Yeah, no, okay, I will grant them that. They did do... They do, I could just target her. Ooh, that makes me nervous. They do the environmental storytelling, really. Yeah. That, I don't think that was such a big thing before them. I mean, obviously it existed, but I don't think I don't think games relied on it. I think they probably were a little more like Dragon Age or something, where they just explain to you, like, oh, this is this, this is that. Or they would have like a lore book that you could reference. Like, I think, was it Dragon Age or it would be like, yeah, it'd probably be more like Elder Scrolls would probably be like the way they would have done it, where you have the main story, but then you have, like, you can pick up books in the game, and the books will have, like, information on different things. This is a problem. Oh no, I can get down there. Yeah, and I'm not trying to dismiss From Software at all. Kill him! Oh no, he almost knocked me off. He actually bumped me. Yup! Use us. Yay! Why aren't you dying? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, sometimes I feel like old man yells at Cloud, you know? Like, ah, why'd they change this? It was better in my day. Uh-oh. Come on, controller. There we go. That shortcut. Oh, fire! Fire bad. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's for me the definition between a Western RPG and a JRPG. For me, that was always kind of the difference, was that a Western RPG would be your like Elder Scrolls or Fallouts, where it's very world driven, and so the character is very much probably a silent protagonist. They're a player insert. You know, Ultima was kind of like that. And whereas with a JRPG, it was more character focused. The characters had more personality. Maybe the player has a little less agency, but yeah, it's about like telling a story of like a person. So like the difference would be like Elder Scrolls, where what was that? Okay, the difference would be like Elder Scrolls, you know, where you're the Dragonborn. You don't even have a name. You just have a title, and you're trying to, you know, do what you're trying to do or whatever. But yeah, it's more about like what's going on in the world and your interaction in it. And yeah, maybe you're this big hero, but you know, you're kind of learning about, you know, you can pick up lore tidbits here. And then you get like the Final Fantasies, where they're very character focused. You know, everyone has a very specific personality. The characters drive what's going on in the story, not the, you know, you still have side quests and whatnot. So like for me, Dark Souls, despite being made by a Japanese company, feels more like a Western RPG, and The Witcher, despite being made by a Western dev, to me feels more like a JRPG, because it is more character driven and dialogue driven and, you know, Geralt driven. So that was always kind of my distinction. I know other people have different definitions, but that was always kind of my take on it. Alright, where do we go from here? I probably shouldn't have jumped down, but shouldn't there be? Yeah, that one. Okay. Take a... No, that wasn't the right one. Wasn't there another one? This place is a maze. That's how we came in. Oh no, it's just this right here. Okay, right here. Okay. So yeah, that was my take. I know a lot of people probably disagree with me and say like, Witcher is not a JRPG. And I'm like, yeah, no, you're right. It's not made in Japan. I 100% agree with you there. But that's kind of how I see it. That's how I always differentiated between the two. And I really never understood. I don't remember who it was, but was it Yoshi P? Or it was one of the, I think it was one of the Squaresoft guys, where they were like, oh, JRPG is a dirty word, you know, like, we don't want to be seen as a JRPG company. It's like, no, dude, JRPG is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, not a dirty word. It's just a bunch of dude bros who own really strong opinions and who have more opinions than brain cells. That's what you've got. Because, yeah, I think some people, too, might associate it with, like, say, oh, Western RPGs typically address mature themes, whereas JRPGs are typically more lighthearted. I could see an argument there. Okay, so I am supposed to go this way, right? Yeah, he's facing me. That means I should go this way. Yeah. It's so true. I've already been here, right? No, I haven't already been here. Yeah. Okay. No, I haven't. Yeah. Oh, hello. Reload. Wait, so we have already been here. Yeah. Oh no, we 100% been here. Yeah. Okay, back up. I like my thrusters because it looks like she's got a big bow on the back of her dress. It's like a Sailor Moon thing. I'm debating whether I should change it to red, but I kind of like the blue. Also, guns and red, white, and blue is America, so it's appropriate. Alright, so wait, that's where I just was, right? So, I want to go here? No. That's where I just was. And I came out from there. So, this was not where I was supposed to go. I need to continue on. This place is such a maze. I could really use an Armor Core 1 style. Nope, definitely not that way. Okay, so I guess this way. And I guess I was up there or something. Okay, so we're gonna have to go back around again. Right? No? No? They do. Okay, not over here. Oh wait, maybe over... I don't think so. Where am I supposed to go? Maybe that way. I don't think so, but we're gonna try it out. Ah, there we go. Found it. Okay. Because my mental capacity is clogged up. I don't remember where I'm going half the time. This is gonna be a mess because drill dudes and not being able to one-shot them is not gonna mix. So we're just gonna skip them. They run away. I don't know why they do, but they always do. There we go. We can ignore them. Okay, this guy though. We can ignore you too. And we can ignore you. Goodbye. Okay. Is this it? Yep. Here we go. Sorry. Whee! I just need to access this thing here. Thank you. Bye. Ah! Stuck. You're a lucky man. My wife doesn't call me, she just says she's tired. Am I on fire? No, I'm not on fire. And this door. Just working our way up. And if I remember, you can go that way or that way. Is this the way? I remember there's something over here, but I don't remember what. Yep. My old nemesis, the minefield, which we don't need, but I will not be beaten. Alright. Not that one. We're not gonna Sonic our way through this. No, you're tricky. I see what you're trying to do. It's the ones aiming straight up are not a problem. It's the ones aiming to the side on these pillars. Those are the ones that trick me. No longer. That one got me. There we go. Ta-da! We got our Waltus. Now I have 3, I think. Unless I sold it, which I probably did. No! Got away. Okay. Now, got to get over here. Got it. Yeah, I don't know if I want it flying. If they make a sequel, I don't know if I want old school Armored Core flying. I mean, I do, but yeah, I don't know. The way the levels are designed, I don't know if it would work as well. No, I want it. I want it. Because I don't think you could fly from here to up there. Maybe you could. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Alright, so I come back around. It should be this store, right? Yeah, so come here. Around. He's not dead. Through here. Okay, I gotta get up to... Wait, so I gotta jump over here and then jump down there, right? Yeah, okay. Right. Whee! Honestly, that'd be kind of cool if there was just like one utility unit that actually allowed for flight. But at the same time, I'm like, would that be too OP? Because it might actually be. So I'm like, it might actually not be a good idea. But it would be fun. You know what? Make it a utility. Make it a utility part. But only offer it in New Game Plus. I think that would be a good compromise. Yeah, that might be okay. Like the way the quad legs do it in AC6, but just don't give you a vertical boost. Yeah, you could do that. Like the Helldiver thing too. Oh no! Stay away! Stay back! We are at an impasse, you and me, friends. You give up? Did you run out of energy? Alright. That's where we come in, so I need to call in the elevator. Why is it... Why are there rocks exploding out of me? Like, I'm just emitting rocks left and right. You see that? I'm just like exploding rocks. I don't understand it. Is that supposed to be the fire effect, but it glitched and it gave a different effect? That would be amazing. Yeah, but what I'm curious is, oh shoot. Come back. What I'm curious though is, because I'm on fire. Oh, son of a... He pushed me. But yeah, I'm wondering if it's, nope, it's not the fire. I was wondering if maybe, like, because the fire would normally have sparks coming off, and I didn't have that, but I was on fire, so I was wondering if maybe the fire effect had been... Okay, so we've already been that way, so we don't need it. So I was wondering if maybe, like, there was a glitch and it got the wrong effect, but it's still doing it, and I'm not on fire, so I'm thinking, yeah, probably, like, something exploded under me, and that effect's just never turned off. See, people always give, like, games that are like, oh, it's so unpolished, it's so buggy. But certain bugs like this, I don't know, I don't mind it. I think it kind of gives the game charm. Like the Elder Scrolls, and people are like, oh, you know, this one's so buggy. And I'm like, yeah, it's an Elder Scrolls game. That's why you play it, because it's buggy, and it's fun. Alright, so that was a shortcut to there. But that's not where I want to go, so... Wait, is this the other way? But that was a shortcut. Ah, right. Here, right? No. Here? Whee! Nope. It's another way back. Oh! I'm so dumb. Oh my god. I've already opened the giant door. What am I doing? I don't need any of this. I'm just wasting my time. Wait, I'm still wasting my time. There we go. Yeah, there've been, I mean, I don't think there's been any game that's come out perfect, but I mean, there's been a few that came out pretty polished. I don't know if you'd call Stellar Blade a AAA or a AA. That one came out pretty polished. Expedition 33 is probably AA. So I'll say AAA. Yeah. I didn't have any bugs in Final Fantasy 16. Most recent one that I can think of. Probably some of the Persona 5 was a while. Would Persona 3 Reload count? But that was a remaster, right? So, yeah, I don't know. Good question. Alright, let's see how this build does in here. This one should actually do okay here. Actually, I should just skip this. Thank you. Alright. Oh, yeah, I forgot how great this music was. Yes, that happens all the time. I have to consider, too, I usually play on console, and usually on console I think things are typically a little better off, because they only have to worry about the one system specs. They don't have to worry about, like, matching everybody's computer. Uh-oh. I wonder if it would be better to switch to the SMG, but I think I'm doing okay with the shotgun in this fight. Let's switch to the SMG real quick, see how it works. Okay. Yeah, SMG's actually... Ah, I'm stuck! Oh my god! Help! That has never happened before. I've never been stuck on these guys. That's new. Alright, let's just zoom around and get our shields back for a second. Okay, we got our shields back. Alright, now we can go back to the fight. I think the disadvantage here of the SMG over is the stain damage. Yeah. That is true. Consoles are their own kind of limitation. It used to be, too, that games would typically come out on PC and then be ported to console, but now it seems to be going the other direction, where games are coming out on console first and then being ported to PC. I think that's just from the dev perspective, where they're like, yeah, this is just easier for us to do. That one's blown up. Because they're like, we don't have to focus so much on got that one. What's the last one? Is it this one? Or is it... Nope. It's this guy over here. La 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 la. There we go. Okay, there we go. Have to be patient. There it goes. That's probably true, too. To his credit, that hobo is probably doing better than I would. Alright, well, we're gonna get to the next tree and then we're gonna call it a day because I need to get going. But unfortunately, I will not be back for quite some time, unless there's a typhoon, which is a possibility. If there's a typhoon, I'll come back and stream. Will I be streaming Doll's Nest? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I'm done with my New Game Plus Plus or not. Alright, let's just get to the next tree. I am the sad. But that's how life works sometimes. Gotta make money. Oh no. Ah, too many people. Bye. Yeah, I've never colored the weapons. I probably should at some point. Oops, sorry. That kind of guy. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, well that's like a older games like SimCity. SimCity might run okay. Like SimCopter will not run on a modern system because it was designed to run on the speeds of computers at the time, and a computer now is just too fast. It just totally ruins it. So you have to use a an emulator or one of those things that like throttle your clock speed. What the hell, dude? Is that you? Oh no, it was probably one of those little mine dudes. I am not... This area has too many dudes. Oh no, I'm running low on energy. This is not the time. You! Get out of here. Ah, clever girl. And here we are. Alright, well this is our last stream of July for sure. Probably our last stream until the last week of August. We made it. So far. Gunwick Kata. Decent. Not entirely my style, but still enjoying myself. And we have colors, which is important. Alright, well that is it for me. I'm gonna head out. Have a lovely month or life, depending on whether I see you guys or not. But it's been a pleasure. I plan to. You too. It's been a pleasure having you guys here. Loved having you. Great fun. Thanks for coming. Thanks for helping me out. I would have missed so much stuff without you guys. It's true. Alright, well I'm gonna go. So, have a good one, guys. See you later, hopefully. Oh, I hit the wrong button. There we go.